Hey, howdy everyone, Mossity here, back in action for more Episode 3 Attraction. That's right, we're in the Zodiac Art Gallery, April 2nd, 10:15 a.m. It seems like we did a flash forward. I did not expect that part. I'll be real. So, let's see what else we have to do around, yeah. Oops! I guess I went on for a little long there. Something like that happened. I had no idea. None of the case files I read went into such detail. Well, I doubt there would be anything in there that would be inconvenient to the prosecution. Especially with that Von Kamen at the head. How did the investigation go from there? The desserts had disappeared from the victim's room, so the investigation hit a rough patch. Thanks to that, it took about a whole year before a verdict was handed down. 1 whole year? That was before the whole 3-day trial, pre-trial system that was established. Trials didn't need to finish in a short amount of time that they do now. I see. Did they ever find out why the victim's dessert disappeared? Well, kinda. His dessert was like a candy ice sculpture made from sherbet. Since it was made from ice, the general consensus was that it had melted. However, that might not quite be the case. What do you mean? This museum used to be Mr. Master's mansion, the stage of the IS-7 incident. And in this very place, they're exhibiting the Sherbet Salon from 18 years ago. The victim's dessert? Yep, though it could be just a replica of the original. That's why Uncle Ray had to come today, to check it out. And for your old man, too. Now then, let's get a move on and check on the room. I'm pretty sure it's over in the Winter Palace. The Winter Palace should be... it's locked up. That's odd. They already opened the museum. Mr. Shields, according to the pamphlet we received at the entrance, the Winter Palace is over there. Really? I could have sworn it was this one. Alright, let's go. We gotta confirm the truth of what happened 18 years ago. April 2nd, 10:20 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, Winter Palace. Man, it's still as cold as ever. Uncle Ray's gonna freeze solid. Seems the Winter Palace lives up to its name. Like a freezer in here. With the light dimmed like this, it's almost as if the room itself is made of ice. I think the control panel for the room temperature is on the back wall. Miles, why don't you check what temperature it's set for me? Uncle Ray's gonna give the curator a piece of his mind later. It's way too cold in here. Very well. But if you want to look around the room a bit, feel free to stay. Or freeze to your heart's content. I'll get the camera ready. I want to take some pictures of this place and show it to your old man. Understood. Okay. What's going on here? Check. A giant block of ice is being displayed here. It appears to be quite heavy. But the inside must be hollow. On the surface, there is an image of the stars and a written inscription. The Pleiades, they're known as the Seven Sisters, star cluster that comprises a part of Taurus. All these stars to be grouped together as a cluster. The ways of the ancient people must have been very imprecise. Who is this boy? There's a boy with a school bag. He come to the art gallery by himself? She even quit her job in order to run this museum? I don't really get it. Perhaps one of his parents knows the curator? Well, no, but apparently she knows Catherine Hall. Let's see here. No, there's nothing there. Let's talk to old Uncle Ray. Miles, since we came all the way... So there might have been some my bad situation here with some overlap, but I apologize if that's the case. Miles, since we came all the way here, why don't you take a look? Well, since this room is so cold, I thought I'd go to a warmer room. If you're that cold, why don't you borrow my clothes? And in exchange, I'll borrow your jacket. No thanks. Try to endure this for just a little longer. I was just try it. Please, let me just say hi to Ray. I know I can. Let me just do this. Miles, can I ask you something? Of course. What is it? Is it okay to take photos in this room? What? You checked. You haven't got any warnings about it, then it should be fine. Sorry. Well, to be honest, I would have taken some anyway. The old man had always wanted to investigate this Winter Palace after all. My father had seen this room. Would he have found something? If he had, the results of the trial might have also... No, there's no point in thinking that now. Let's see the cute hetero couple. The only one that's allowed to exist, an Ace Attorney. Well, how about this? I'll yell out, Master Mask is here! Yes, it's me. I'm Master Mask. Good, good. Wait, Ronnie, if you say that, you'll get arrested. Come on, if you don't plan properly, we won't be able to sell it. What are these two talking about? Let's look over here. For some reason, a giant block of ice is on display. There's a description written on the surface. Castor and Pollux. Every December, large meteor showers appear in the direction of these two stars. And so Master Mask, and then those two are being rather noisy and distracting. Can't be helped. Should go look at another exhibit. Okay. I want to see this. I want to see these things. Let me see it. Boop. This rock salt lamp is lighting up the constellation chart. See, Gemini and Taurus are constellations that could be seen in the winter. Since this is the Winter Palace, perhaps that explains the winter constellations made of sherbet. According to the pamphlet, the other palaces are made of crystal. But for the Summer Palace, I think it'd be more fitting if it were made out of shaved ice. Well, no, that wouldn't make it exactly the same as this room. I don't know why I'm so yawny right now. Let's talk to this. Boop. There are two sculptures displayed here. These sculptures are replicas of the desserts that vanished 18 years ago. Impressive, huh? These sculptures made of ice. Yes. My father never got to see these ice sculptures. Now, 18 years later, I'm standing before them. Miles, sorry to bother you while you're deep in thought. Could you turn this way a little? Like this? Yes, yes, like that. Mr. Shields, you're not... Say cheese! Mr. Shields, please don't take pictures of me. Sorry, my bad. I just wanted to make sure the camera works okay. The camera looks quite old. Oh, yeah, well, that's because it's an old-fashioned camera. You know, it's the camera. It automatically develops the photos after shooting. Pretty cool, huh? Yes, I know. Though I never used one. You're quite the know-it-all. You really are the old man's son. Could you move a bit? I want to take some more photos of the room. His face is taken on an unusually serious expression. He's probably thinking about the IS-7 incident. Man, I stepped a bunch. I'm already developed, see? He shoved them in my face before I could reply. Well, I have one more question for you, Mr. Know-It-All. Do you know what these two sculptures represent? The sculptures of Taurus and Gemini from the Winter Constellations? Oh, bingo! Not bad, Miles! That's probably why they called this room the Winter Palace. Uncle Rayo's feeling generous today, so I'll give you a copy of this photo too. Ugh. Thanks. Okay. Are these replicas of the constellation Are these replicas of the constellation deserts that were made 18 years ago? Yeah, it looks like these two sculptures are also made of Shivet. Uncle Ray's only seen the real sculpture in photos. But these sculptures look like the real deal. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah, I think your old man would wanted you to see it as well. I'm sorry, Uncle Ray didn't have the courage to come here alone. Don't apologize. This is a good opportunity to learn about my father's case. That means a lot to me. So you want me to take another commemorative photo? No thanks. We want to check this thermostat here, eh? Mr. Shields, I can't find the temperature control panel. Ah, right. They keep it where it's hard to find. Just one moment. Huh? It's locked. Makes sense. They wouldn't want the guests changing the temperature themselves. According to the pamphlet, the Winter Palace has a temperature of 27 Fahrenheit. Now that is cold. Uncle Ray's going to freeze to death. Guess I'll need to find someone to share body heat with. Preferably a beautiful lady. Oh, are you trying to freeze me to death as well with those cold eyes? Of course not. Alrighty, now that I got some pictures of this room, let's check out the other palaces. Might as well see them all, since we're already here. I suppose you're right. That yell just now. It came from the fountain patio. Let's go, Miles. April 2nd, 10:30 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery. Fountain patio. There's someone passed out on the floor. And that man there is... Larry, what are you doing here? No, I'm getting ahead of myself. What exactly happened here? Edgy! I saw something that no one should ever have to see again! Larry, calm down. Why is there someone passed out here? I didn't do anything. He just fell down all of a sudden. This man, he can't be. Excuse me, but what is the matter here? You can't raise such a ruckus in the museum, boys! The centers... Seems like he's still breathing, but this is a bad situation. Miles, it's not safe here. Get everyone out of here. Everyone, get away from that room right now. There's poison gas coming out from it. April 2nd, 10:42 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio. Mr. Shields, how is the victim? Looks like he breathed in a little too much of that poison gas. He's still unconscious. According to the doctor in the ambulance, there are no external injuries or any other wounds. Thanks to fortunate timing, we were able to save him before he was too far gone. But he's not out of the woods yet. Currently being treated by specialists in the infirmary. I see. Mrs. Shields, is he an acquaintance of yours? Yeah, you could say that. He's Dan Gustavia. He was involved in the IS-7 incident. The pastry chef. He was involved in the case 18 years ago. At least the other guy's doing alright. Is he a friend of yours, Miles? Yes, you could say that. It's unfortunate you were... It was fortunate that you were not hurt, Larry. What's you could say that's supposed to mean, edgy? How can you treat a child of friend like that? That's just cruel! And also, when I'm dressed like this, I'm called Lawrence, Dickinson, you know? So don't call me Larry, it's Lawrence! This man is Larry Butts. He's nothing but trouble, and he's been one of my friends since grade school. Some time ago, he awakened to the calling of art and assumed the alias Lawrence, Dukeman or whatever. But a Butts by any other name would smell just as much. Really? You two are childhood friends? I better report that to your old man, too. I'm sure it'll bring him joy. He was always worried about you not being able to make any friends. Good for you, Edgy. Aren't you glad to have a bosom buddy like me? My father was worried about something like that. But anyway, what are you doing in a place like this, Larry? How many times do I have to tell you, Edgy? Lawrence! What are you doing in a place like this? Yikes! Don't glare at me when you talk! So are you going to tell me? Isn't it obvious? I come here to study art. I'm gonna take Manny on a date here, so I was just doing some scatting beforehand. Are you just using art as an excuse to go on a date? Not bad, Lawrence! Maybe you can introduce some pretty girls to me next time. Oh, now you're talking my language, dude! I think I'm getting a headache. By the way, Lawrence, did you notice anything strange when you found the victim? No, not really. Nothing that would make you say, I saw something that no one should ever have to see. Oh yeah, that! I was just surprised when I saw the old dude fall down out of nowhere like that. I didn't do anything this time for once. Is that anything to brag about? Visitors, we wish to deeply apologize for the disturbance. I am the curator of this museum. My name is Catherine Hall. He's also one of the people involved in the IS-7 incident. Hello there, Miss Kate. Monsieur Shields, thank you for continued assistance. She was the woman we saw at the reception. Just she's the curator here. We apologize for the inconvenience, especially since it's the opening day. No, you don't have to apologize for a thing, Miss Cat. I almost forgot. Let me introduce you to someone. This is Miles Edgeworth. He is Gregory Edgeworth's son. Oh, Monsieur Edgeworth! The way she's dancing, I love her so much. Oh, how wonderful! I meet the sun after 18 years. It is an honor to meet you, defense attorney Miles Edgeworth. Wow, that was amazing. You still got the golden voice, Miss Cat. Actually, I'm the prosecutor. Oh, so you are prosecutor? My most sincere apologies, Monsieur Edgeworth. This woman is very polite, but slightly odd. Catty, can I get your autograph right here, pretty please? Yes, if you so desire. Why do you want her autograph? Hey, don't tell me you don't know who she is! My, you really don't keep up with entertainment news, do you, Miles? What is this unbearable atmosphere? She's a superstar actress who's been in tons of musicals and movies. She's a great singer, too. Currently, I am the curator of this museum. I have already retired from the stage. I finished filming my role for my last movie a few days ago. My co-stars also said that they would come here once I opened the doors. And here you are, Monsieur Artiste. I return this to you. Thanks a bunch, Catty. I'll treasure for the rest of my life. Well, looks like me and Lauren share the same interests. So I gathered. You said you're here to study art. Why don't you practice drawing as well? Since you're here at Miss Hull's Art Museum. Oh, it would be an honor to have Monsieur Artiste sketch our exhibits. Oh, I guess even you have some good ideas every now and then, Edgy. I'll do a bit of sketching for Catty here. What an amusing person. Forgive the disturbance. Incidentally, who was the woman that was with you earlier? That was Madame Delicia Scones. She was currently assisting in the treatment of Monsieur Costivia in the infirmary. Even though I say infirmary, since this is an art museum now, it is only provisional. As I am the only staff member working here, I cannot take a leave of my duties for too long. Delicia Scones. I believe we have heard that name before. Mr. Shields? Yep, looks like the whole gang from the IS-7 is in his here. Well, I doubt that's a coincidence. Monsieur Shields? Monsieur Edgeworth? Would you care for some hot tea? Oh, Miss Cat's tea! That takes me back. Yes, if you please. Now I must take my leave. I must explain the situation to the other visitors. Alright, thanks for everything. It smells like Ceylon tea. I should drink it before it closes. No, the Ceylon tea is of very high quality. This aroma of citrus does wonders for your concentration, right? The old man said this exact same thing 18 years ago. But the sauces back then were chilled. Today they're warmed. Anyway, don't you think this current situation is rather unusual? You mean how everyone involved in the case 18 years ago has gathered at this museum? Yes, I would like to be in charge of this case, if at all possible. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Are you okay? Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Shields! I came here as fast as I could when I heard you were, done in by the poison gas. Oh, my sweet honey Kay, how about a hug after being potted for so long? No. Jeez, so you're perfectly fine? I can't believe you made us worry so much. Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of bringing Kay here? I'm sorry, sir. I knew the gas was dangerous, so I tried to stop her. But no matter how much I ran and ran and ran and ran, I couldn't gain any ground. When it comes to running away, no one is faster than the Yakatarasu. But you weren't running away from here. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm all set, sir. I'll start investigating the crime scene. Since there might be traces of gas in the room, I'll have to ask everyone to wait here. Very well. I'm counting on you. Good luck in there, Flatfoot. Wow, Gummy's so cool. He's just like a detective. That's what he is. Like, Kay just forgot for a second, like, oh, right. Yes, Edgeworth is here. Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like the poison gas is dissipated, sir. Detective calmly explained the state of the Autumn Palace. Yes, sir. I'll start with the exhibits on the left. There's a statue with 2 pipes. And on the right, there's a statue of an animal with 2 horns. A statue of 2 people and a statue of an animal with horns. Isn't that the exact same thing I saw in the Winter Palace just a while ago? Also, the room is wet with water thanks to the sprinkler system. That also prevented the gas from harming anyone. The sprinkler system. Is there a fire in the room? There are no signs of a fire, and the fire alarm hasn't gone off either, sir. The sprinklers in this museum are the kind that detects both smoke and fire. If it detects smoke, it will send the alert to the security room. I think the poison gas might have set off the alarm in the security room, sir. Was there anyone in the security room at the time? The only one working here is the curator, Miss Catherine Hall, sir. He has been in the reception booth opposite the security room ever since the museum opened. Did Miss Hall turn on the sprinklers? The sprinkler system can only be operated manually from the security room, sir. If it had been automatic, it would have sprayed water all over the exhibits. Since the system is manual, the situation can be examined and the exhibits moved if need be. Guess there would be more priority over the exhibits in the building. Only at a museum. But it's way too cold in this room, sir. Isn't this supposed to be the Autumn Palace? It feels more like the dead of winter in here. The Autumn Palace is cold? I checked the thermostat earlier, and it was set to 27 Fahrenheit. I couldn't believe it. Why would the Autumn Palace be set to the same temperature as the Winter Palace? That's about all I know for now, sir. If I figure out anything else, I'll give you another call. I see. I'm counting on you, Detective. April 2nd, 11:15 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery. Fountain patio. Once again. What did Gummy say? He said it feels more like winter in the Autumn Palace. I don't get it. I haven't been able to enter the room personally, but it should be possible to look inside after the police have finished investigating. I'd like to know what it's like in there myself. Isn't there anyone else who knows about the incident? There is someone, Miles' friend, right? Friend? Oh, he's such a nuisance. I have no choice but to listen to what he has to say for now. Oh my god. He's like, I really did not want Kay to meet this person. Wait, you mean... Oh, you're here too, Kay! You're looking as cute as ever! Long time no see! It's Larry, isn't it? Kay, right now my name is Lawrence. I'm an artist, that's why. So that's your pen name, Lawrence, the artist formerly known as Larry. Well, you really are a good girl, Kay. Nothing like edgy here. Larry, I have many things I need to ask you. What's this? Don't tell me you suspect me again! I'm gonna say because I was first at the scene, I must be the culprit, aren't you? I never said anything like that. I only want you to tell me what you saw. You said you saw something that no one should ever have to see? Did you not? What? Now I'm saying I didn't see nothing, and I didn't do nothing. Probably. Oh my, you didn't seem so confident at the end there. There are somewhat troublesome circumstances surrounding this man. The saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. It holds true 26 years later. One could say his tendency to attract trouble is legendary. Seems he's done something troublesome, not even realizing it himself. I'll just have to try and extract the truth from him. Oh, we're gonna Chesto. Just thought. My goal is to expose whatever Larry is hiding. However, I didn't see nothing. I didn't do nothing. Larry is an extremely restless and troublesome man. Until he cools down, I'll just wait and see. First, I'll ask him about his goal. This isn't something I can't handle. I'll finish this quickly. Logic test! Why did you come here? What was your purpose for coming to the art gallery? What? Are you saying that I don't belong in an art gallery? Hey, if you're not gonna talk, hold that pose so I can paint your portrait. And then I'll scribble all over the portrait I drew of you. Oh my goodness, he's being a baby. I was just joking. I would never scribble over my paintings, of course. They're works of art, after all. I don't think any of your works would qualify as art. Don't look down on me! There are people who recognize my skill as an artist! Those people are quiet down. Mandy is my girlfriend, but it's really my paintings she fell in love with. That's why I'll sketch anything my girlfriend likes. Just like me, for real. Then why are you here on your own today? So what? Can't a guy with a girlfriend spend some time alone? Go spend time with her. Lesbians, roll out. Mandy said she's a Gemini. Just like me, for real. I thought she'd be happy if I showed her a sketch of it on our next date. Do you really have that much confidence in the sketch? Well, I'm not so confident about this one. But I thought she would be happy if I did a sketch of her strollers you signed. So you came to see the Gemini sculpture, bud. I see. That's just like you. To impress Mandy, you came here to see this Gemini sculpture, didn't you? What? How'd you find out? Because you just unknowingly told me everything. Well then, not saying another word from now on. He's finally decided to remain silent. In that case, I'll be more relentless with my questioning. I'll try to find out what he was doing here at the art gallery. Hey! I'll expose his true motives. This shouldn't take long. What did you do at the art gallery? What did you do to this art gallery? What's with that glare? I don't really remember anything. I didn't have a pamphlet, so I just loitered around the fountain patio. You forgot to get a pamphlet? Don't they give you a pamphlet at the reception booth after you paid the admission fee? Huh? Oh, is that right? So the admission wasn't free, huh? You didn't pay? Don't tell me you sneaked in here without paying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do anything bad. It's just, there was no one at the reception booth. That's why I thought you could come in here for free. Miss Hall wasn't there? Miss Hall wasn't at the reception booth. Yeah, it didn't look like there was anyone on the other side of the desk. To think of it, Gumshoe did say something about that. Miss Hall was busy activating the sprinklers from the security room. Because of the incident, she had to leave the reception booth. Poor Katie. She just went to all the trouble to open up the place. And now the art gallery's star attraction, the Winter Palace, is completely ruined. You know about the Winter Palace? Yeah, he knows about it? You're certainly well informed about the Winter Palace for someone without a pamphlet. The Winter Palace is where your goal, the Gemini sculpture, is located. You had your sights set on the Winter Palace from the beginning, didn't you? What? How do you find me out again? That's right, my goal was to see the Gemini sculpture. From the very beginning, the Winter Palace was the very reason why I came here. You confessed quite easily. You never tell anything over this man. Next, I'll ask for further information regarding the Winter Palace. Oh, thank goodness. He may still have some fight left in him. I'll watch his reactions. Extract the information I need. Did you enter the Winter Palace? Lily, do you also enter the Winter Palace? What's with the look of distrust? Sure, I tried going in, but... Huh? What? You're not going to talk? I'm going to go back to sketching. Wait! It's too passive there. Oh, that's bad. I thought that was the correct thing. You enter the Winter Palace. You couldn't get in? You tried to go in, but you weren't actually able to, right? Yeah, that's about right. I wanted to go in, but then the old geezer collapsed. I was a little freaked out. It was because of the victim? So you couldn't get in because the victim of the poison gas collapsed? Yeah, he fell right out of the Winter Palace. I'm sure the victim emerged from the Autumn Palace. If it weren't for the poison gas incident, I'd be in there sketching the Gemini sculpture right now. I must have mistaken the Autumn Palace for the Winter Palace. And aside, it seems his goal was to sketch the sculpture. This should be a useful clue. What did you see at the Winter Palace? Do you see anything in the Winter Palace? You're still hung up on that? Didn't I say that I didn't see anything? I started to think it wasn't such a good idea to come to the art gallery. I need to leave soon to meet with my girlfriend. Perhaps I should try using that clue. what about your sketch? You came here to sketch the sculpture for your girlfriend, did you not? I don't think you would give up that easily. Even after the Victron collapse, you'd still see inside the room from the outside, right? Well, I may have gotten a tiny glimpse, but there's no evidence that I saw something scary in there, right? You saw something scary? My, I'm disappointed it turned out to be this simple. Larry, you saw something scary at the crime scene, didn't you? Angie, can you read my mind? In that case, there's no point in keeping any more secrets from you. Look at him, he's just so smug. Just told me everything on your own accord. That was a complete waste of time. Finally, it's checkmate. He's way too happy about that. My goodness. Well then next time, folks, we'll be figuring out what Larry had to do with the fixation of the Gemini sculpture. Until then, sayonara. Bye-bye.